Good morning and welcome to the Illini Central Morning Announcements. Every 2 weeks, we will have a segment called Kloba's Corner. This will be time for us to connect with Mr. Kloba and ask him questions or hear about updates or reminders.
Mr. Kloba, how are things going so far?
Well, you know what? They're going pretty great, I think. I was really concerned at the beginning of the year with the new cell phone policy, how the students would accept that. Thought I'd have to be giving out a lot of detentions and so forth, but tell you what, it's been great this year. I've only had to give out one detention so far. Hopefully we can keep it that way and students can be respectful and stay off their cell phones.
I've been meaning to ask you. I had a teacher remind a student about a can of soda a student had in class. Are we allowed to have drinks?
I'm glad you brought up that question. You are allowed to have water in class. They need to be in a spill-proof bottle. But as far as like sodas and Monsters and other drinks like that, we ask that you hold on to those and keep them closed until you get to lunch. During lunchtime, you guys can go ahead and open them up during then, drink soda and stuff at lunch. But in the classrooms and in your lockers, we ask that you just have water, or if they're in your lockers, that they're closed, because we don't want any spills happening and floors getting all sticky and stuff like that.
Can you tell me a little bit about PBIS and what is it?
Yeah, well, PBIS stands for Positive Behavior Intervention System. Basically, we're trying to reward students for doing what they're supposed to be doing. A lot of times, if you're not doing your job, you're going to be getting a talking from me and detentions and so forth like that. So we don't want to always be negative. So we want to point out the good things that students are doing.
Yeah, for sure.
What can you tell me about these weekly rewards?
Well, part of PBIS, we go and we look at the data and we see where our students are struggling. And right now, I'm not going to lie, last year we really struggled with tardiness and absenteeism. This year we're still struggling with kids getting to school on time, getting to class on time. So if you notice, all these rewards have been focused on if you're tardy free for a week, well, you get this reward. So mostly that is because that's what the data is showing us. Throughout the year, we plan on having these weekly rewards. We're kind of looking to add and see what the data shows us. If it changes, we'll change what those goals are for each student. But overall, right now, we're looking at tardies. Right now, we only have one winner per middle school and high school. I think we're going to look at expanding that and having multiple winners. This week, our winners for the middle school, I believe, is Mary Terrell. Congratulations, you're the winner for being tardy-free this week. And in the high school, it's Lauren Harms. So Mary and Lauren, sometime today during your free time, if you can stop by the office, we'll get you your rewards there. Okay, and some of these prizes, I know we've talked a little bit about, right now they're like a free lunch, free pass to leave to go early to lunch. We're also going to be having free tardies. So those of you that have tardy issues, you can get a free get out of tardy free card from that if you can be tardy free for a week. Because we all make mistakes, and if you had a lot of tardies but you're doing good now, you might need that for later. So keep up that great work. But also students and you guys, if you ever come up with any other ideas for prizes, we'd love to hear it. So just send me an email or stop in the office, let me know what some examples of other prizes would be great.
For sure. What can you tell me about this Courteous Cougar sign in the parking lot?
All right, well, it's a front row premium spot. I mean, it's right up in the front, usually right next to myself or Mrs. Durbin. It really works in the wintertime when it's cold and windy out, and maybe if it's raining, it's nice to have that front row spot. In order to get that though, I don't know if you see me, usually after school and before school, I'm out there, I'm kind of watching what the students that drive to school, how they are in the parking lot. I'm just looking for courteous drivers, like maybe someone that stops and lets another car go through. They're definitely driving nicely, they're not speeding through the parking lot, stuff like that. And then I'm going to pick a winner each week, and starting next week. So this week I'm looking for students that are showing examples of being a courteous driver. Next week I'll announce who that winner is, and they'll get a start by parking in that front spot right up in the front for that first week. So,
Is there anything else you'd like to discuss or share with us today?
I kind of want to talk a little bit about the expectations of when you come to school. High school students, I've been getting a lot of compliments. You guys have been coming in. You either get a choice. You either go in and get breakfast or you go sit in the gym. High school students have been doing a wonderful job. You've been going into the gym, sitting in the bleachers, talking amongst your friends, and that's great. I have had some complaints with some middle school students and some boys that come in and they're running around in the bleachers and walking around. That's not what the expectations are. The expectations are once you come into the gym, you stay in the gym, you go ahead and find a seat in the bleachers, and you can hang out with your friends, but you don't need to be running around and all that stuff. Just hang out and talk with your friends, do any homework and so forth.
Well, thank you for coming on, Mr. Koloba.
Well, thanks for having me, and I'm looking forward to talking with you guys more this year.
Okay. And now back to your regular scheduled announcements. If you are planning to take someone to homecoming who is not a current ICHS student, you must turn in a completed guest permission slip for your guest by noon on Friday.
Every Friday during the school year is a We Are IC Friday. Celebrate Fridays by coming to school wearing Illini Central black and gold. Then take a picture or TikTok video with you and your friends and use the hashtag WeAreICFriday and tag the class on Facebook or Instagram.
Attention middle schoolers, we are looking for the dramatic. The first practice for the middle school speech team will be tomorrow after school in Mrs. Bailey's room until 4 o'clock.
It is an exciting day for diversity at Illini Central. We are starting our first Gay-Straight Alliance. This diverse group of students and their allies will come together to celebrate our similarities and differences through social activities, community service, and education. If you are interested in supporting our GSA community or learning more about this diverse group of people, meet in room 56 Wednesday after school. If you have any questions, please contact Ms. Madero.
Today for lunch is taco salad.
Today's national day is National Orange Juice.
And now Bailie Krause for your joke of the day.
Today, a man knocked on my door and asked for a small donation towards the local pool. So I just gave him a glass of water.
Thank you and have a great day. Okay.